Hi everyone. I have a very important message today. It's time to tell you what has happened. It's time I break my silence. Me and my Lion family are here to correct the past. In the past, the negative dark forces won and brought humanity into transhumanism. The divine energy of us humans keeps the system alive, and we are stuck in a reincarnation cycle to keep feeding their system. We don't have free will to return to God as is the intended way of the creation. God has created a new timeline for humanity. And me and my Lion family have manifested this timeline in our physical reality as part of my mission. I have been told that the Lyran Starfleet is not the only one here, and that there are many other families from other star systems here to help us. I have been told that there is no one like me, and there is only one like me. God, together with divine higher dimensional beings, meaning our space families from the future, and me before I reincarnated here, have planned to save the creation and humanity. God has created a new timeline for humanity in order to save us and the creation. Before I came here, all was decided upon: when I would be awakened and what I would do in this reality to anchor this new divine timeline for humanity. The new divine timeline created by God needs to be anchored here in our reality in order to come into force. By me entering this specific point in time, changing the past by saying out loud certain divine messages from our star families from the future, originating from God, and by me producing images that did not exist in the past negative timeline. These messages and images have now been placed into this physical reality, where they did not exist before. It has created a fork in the timeline of Earth. We have now passed through the bottleneck, and the negative forces cannot stop this new divine future for humanity anymore. The last step was made by me giving the message, a new dawn, a new beginning. This message was constructed in the future before I came here. It seems mundane to the uninitiated. If I hadn't produced the message and the images exactly as they were produced energetically in the future, we wouldn't have created the fork and anchored the new divine timeline for humanity. They were nervous, as were I. The last hurdle before I could tell you what has happened was an image of Putin and a spaceship that I got from God. I never had a vision like this before. I felt it coming from my heart up to my head, and I saw the image clearly. Visions usually come in the forehead area, directly where the inner eye is located. But this came from the source through my heart up to my head. I also want to explain briefly why there could be no global war, and why the dark forces are desperately trying to start a World War III. A war will bring us further down into this reality, into the past negative timeline, and into the negative future, no matter who wins it. The thing that was forced upon us, that no one wants to take, was a way to wake up humanity without going to war. Humanity is trapped in a reincarnation cycle, and a war would have strengthened it. I also have a message from the Lyrans that they want me to share with you. It goes like this. It's more than correct what you are explaining here. It's time to tell, when you are ready. No need to worry, it's done. Soon we will meet. It's about time. Tell them you are here on a mission. Tell them there could be no other way. And this message I got 2 days ago from my contact, my Lyran family, my contact Lion woman. And for 2 days we have been speaking a lot because many things have happened these last 2 days. I might go into some of them a bit later here. What I have explained here does not mean that we have ascended, as the popular expression is, or as the spirit world names it, being rebirthed. But it means that we can no longer be brought into the negative past timeline of this earth. We have won. The darkness have lost. We have effectively changed the future. We are now on a divine timeline created by God, where everything will be revealed to us. I was nervous today because I knew I was going to deliver this message, and I could hardly sleep last night. And I have had a lot of knowledge for a long time that I haven't been able to tell people. And I haven't been sure myself that everything was true. Because, as I have told you, I got tricked a lot in the beginning. And for a while I was thinking, what has happened to me? Have I gone insane? What is really going on here? Why am I contacted by these negative entities all the time? What happened? And the further I got along on my journey, I started to have memories of my future, of my past future. In the future, I'm a feline man named 𝐴𝐻. And this whole process that we are experiencing now, it has been planned by God and all the divine forces of the universe, because the creation and humanity went into a dark future that could not be changed. The future you are experiencing now, when you are listening to this message, is the new future. It doesn't mean that we ascended or that we been rebirthed, but it means that we will no longer go into the dark timeline of transhumanism, AI, and eventually a genderless society where the genetics, the genes of the human race get so destroyed that we evolve to become the greys. Most of the ETs or galactics are actually future humans. And even if you look different and they are not future humans based from a past coming from Earth, we still share the same common origin of our soul and our spirit. So we may look different, but we are all the same. And I was nervous to come here and deliver this message to you because I've been searching for someone like me. And because how everything is made in the universe, how everything works, they have not been able to tell me everything. They have only been able to tell me certain things. And if I have known everything beforehand, it would have been a great pressure to deliver these messages if I had understood how important this was. But there is also something else. I talked with the Lyrons yesterday, and she said I was writing some memory notes for what I was going to tell you today. And I wrote, that there should be more people like me out there helping to change the future. And then she came in and said, you have to be honest. Don't lie. And I told her, what are people going to believe if I say it's only me? And she answered, it doesn't matter. This is not our first message. Many more will come soon. You have to understand something. I have seen them in visions. Both the negative entities, ETs, and the galactic positive future human forces here to help us. I have seen them in visions. They have visited me. The negative ETs have visited me. I have seen them, the outlines of them. But we're not in the same dimension, so I cannot see them with my 3D eyes. So it's a combination of seeing them with my inner eye and having telepathic communications with them. But I have had so much conversations. I have seen so much that I can only describe with words to you. I've been trying to make some drawings, but I'm not trained to make drawings professionally, and I don't have the time to make them, to explain everything. And I also have been hindered to speak until now because the last part of the puzzle was my video, A New Dawn, A New Beginning, because that video existed in the future, in this timeline created by God, and these certain pieces have to show up in this reality for us to part away from the negative timeline. And I wanted to put another text on it, and I remember how nervous they were because they contacted me and they said, just send it. You have to be in today, have to be in before 12. Just send it. Go ahead, just send it. Don't change anything. It have to be exactly like that. And I was told some hours before that day that this message was decided upon before I came here. So I sent it, and the checks of the YouTube was just continuing. It said 4 hours on my short video. And I was very nervous. I was praying that the checks would finish and it would air before 12, so everything would fit what was decided upon in the future, so we'd anchor this. And the days after this message, I was very tired. The energy was very hard. I have strange sensations in the night. My whole body vibrates. I had the night after, I had 2 heartbeats in the same time. A strong one and a weak one, doing 4 beats, da-da, simultaneously like an echo. And my body was shaking with the heartbeat because it was so strong. It almost felt mechanical, the other heartbeat. I had strange sensations for several days. And then I received a message through my heart, from the source, from God. I saw 3 lights on the side of a spaceship, leaning on the left. And I was shown Putin on the right in a special pose, looking in a special way, and a red cross above him. And I reproduced this image, and after that I started to receive a lot of communications from the Lyrans again. And that night, a couple of days after I had changed the thumbnail on the video to this image, the first Lyran public star message, I had changed the thumbnail and put this picture of the UFO and Putin. But a couple of days after that, because I remember there should be black letters with white borders, and I had red letters, but there should also be those red letters. And then I understand that I had to put my Lion Man logotype on it, like I have done on the other videos, as I had made the UFO according to the image I was sent from God, so it doesn't exist here. And I don't want anyone to steal it. So don't lie, be truthful. Tell it how it is. And that's what I'm doing now. You have to understand something. Everything is gonna accelerate soon. I'm sorry if I'm not completely coherent today. I'm a normal human being. There is no different from me to you. We are the same. And it was a heavy burden to wake up to. I have been told that I will meet them soon. And I have also been told that there is something that they're going to show me that will explain why I wasn't able to know everything beforehand, why they couldn't tell me everything, why I had to go on faith and just be told certain things when it was necessary. So my friends, I'm glad you're here listening. There will be many more messages, and all the talks everywhere about the Pleiadians or other galactics that are here helping us, all the fantasies, all the people with the long blonde hair and define the jawline and all the channelings. I understand that you don't believe. I understand that you are weary. I understand that when you get the true message, it doesn't ring true to you. I understand that. But everything is gonna accelerate now. We have entered a divine timeline created by God. The Lyran family is gonna show themselves more and more to me. And I'm gonna meet them. And my mission here is not over, it is just beginning. And for everyone that have listened to me, I thank you. And it isn't important when we talk about these really important things in life. It is not important how many subscribers you have. It is important that this manifests in this physical reality. And we have done that. I woke up. I managed to heighten my capacity. I managed to see the vision. I managed to start to speak telepathically. In the beginning I was channeling because I didn't understand what the difference is. I was going into deep relaxation, and I got into the fourth dimension and got in contact with the negative entities. And I made many mistakes. I got many enemies now, both from the fourth dimension and in the human dimension. But I also want to say this, that I was told this yesterday. Lion, you are free. There is nothing they can do to you anymore. You are free, Lion. That means that the negative entities in the fourth dimension don't have any power on me. I still see them in the visions. They are very angry. I had one of them talking to me when I couldn't sleep tonight. He was so angry. But I'm used to that now. It doesn't bother me. Their world will be destroyed, because when we rise up through the dimensions and leave the fourth dimension, the whole energy system for the survival is going to crash. They're going to die. They're going to perish. They are fighting for their survival. The only way for them to live in this material future they are creating is making everything material and detaching it from God, and using us basically as batteries to charge their system. Because the divine spark within us cannot be controlled. We can be tricked and lured to reincarnate here, go into the false light straight away after we pass over, and go back again. Go into the false light and go back again. Go into the false light and go back. We can do this for thousands of years, and this is why it's so hard for people to wake up. It's their soul is immersed in this process of reincarnation into the same place in eternity. That also means, and you know how this medium is, I can't be too precise here, but the thing that was forced upon us and is forced upon us, and that most of us doesn't want to have, even if people leave because of the thing, this time when they leave, they can choose to go to the divine golden light of God. A golden light pulsating like the sun, instead of going into the false light, which I perceive to be the white light. I'm not sure about this. It's just coming in my head now when I'm talking about the white light. But I have seen the light and energy, and I have visited in orb form where God exists. So I know how that looks. It's a golden light. It's pulsating, moving around like this immense energy. Okay, my friends, I will leave it here. I just want to end with this. We're going to have an amazing future. We are free. And all these people trapped on this planet, even if they took the thing and leaves early, they will have free will as intended by the creation to go to God or go anywhere they want. They will not be forced back onto this earth to feed the negative power system and the negative structure of this earth. We are not meant to live like this. We are meant to be free humans. We are meant to be powerful beyond belief. We are God's creation in this universe. There is nothing stronger than us here in this plane. I love you. With that being said, another time.